What's up, my YouTube family? Welcome back to the Gaming Brigade, and as I do every Saturday, my friends, I wanted to show you the two featured bosses you're going to face in this week's Chaos Chamber run. Now, as most of you know by now, every week the game does update the bosses that you're going to find in the featured run. Now, one thing I want to make sure I point out as we start off is when you go to the Chaos Chamber, in this case it's called the Chaos Run, you want to make sure you pick the one that does have the weekly timer. Now, if you happen to be new here, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button. If you enjoyed this, do me a favor, hit that like button as well. And remember, we are currently having a giveaway for an Xbox Series X. To enter, all you need to do is subscribe here or follow on Twitter, and the winner will be announced on July 4th of this year. So first of all, the route in which you take throughout the Chaos Chamber to get to the bosses doesn't matter. You can choose easy or hard, you can pick elite enemies, it doesn't matter at all. So whatever you choose to do, my friends, is up to you. You know, typically when I play, I grab a few buffs along the way if needed. Typically, I only grab the ammo buff because I don't want to run out of ammo. Now, what you're looking at here on the screen, this is the first boss you're going to face this week. It is Mike, and you will face him when you get to the first obelisk in the Chaos Run. Now, it is important to mention that the difficulty in which you choose throughout the run will have an impact on the amount of crystals you could possibly receive. Now, the one thing I strongly recommend is regardless of which difficulty that you choose as you're progressing, you always want to play at the highest chaos level that you can because that gives you the best chance of getting some really good loot in the game. And for those of you that are at chaos level 35, you can get, chaotic, volatile, or primordial loot as well. Now, throughout the video, you're going to see me playing at different chaos levels because I want to highlight that you do not need to be at the max chaos level in order to get some really good loot. I know for a lot of you out there, you've just started playing. Therefore, you're going to be at a lower chaos level. However, do not let that discourage you from farming these bosses because during these weekly events, it is a great time to hit these guys up and get some really good loot in a short amount of time. One other reason that I like to put these videos together on a weekly basis is because a lot of people honestly are just kind of burnt out from running the Chaos Chamber. Now, in my opinion, it is still one of the best ways to get loot in the game because you can choose your targeted loot. Like, for instance, I'm on the hunt for a certain SMG right now. And as most of you know, one of the benefits of hitting up the Chaos Run is that at the end you get to the loot chamber and you can choose your targeted loot. So like I said, I haven't gotten the SMG I'm looking for, but it does help my chances when I can specifically target exactly what type of weapon I want to find. With all that being said, my friends, let's now get into the boss's individual locations for those of you that are not at the Chaos Chamber as yet, or you're just tired of playing on the Chaos Chamber. Now, the first one is Entangled Drift. You're going to go to the waypoint, what's left Entangled Drift, and it's very important to mention that being able to farm this boss over and over does require a bit of story progression. Now, it's towards the beginning of the game, so most of you are probably past that, but you do need to complete the quest Walk the Stalk in order to see the boss pop up. Once that takes place, you can farm this boss over and over again. Again, the boss is Parasite. You're going to go to that waypoint. You will load in. You make a left. You jump over the flowers. You slide down this little hill, and the boss is right there. And my friends, see, here's the thing. I'm not the biggest fan of this boss because he has multiple forms, more armor. But again, for those of you that have certain builds, you can rip through the boss pretty quick. Now, I want to mention the only reason that one looks so easy was because I dropped my chaos level to 25, which brings me to how do you respawn your character over and over again to farm the same location. Now, you can either down your character, you can change your chaos level, or you can save and exit. Now, one of the other options I would recommend is fast traveling back to Brighthoof because when you go back there, you can either, restock your ammo, sell things you don't need. However, at this save point, there are machines right here so you can restock and get more ammo, sell stuff, whatever you want, as many times in a row as you like. The next boss I'm showing you today, my friends, is Mike. He is located in the Weep Wild Dankness. You're going to go to the save point, Dank Encroachment. Now, once again, it does require story progression, so you need to have completed the quest Little Boy's Blue in order to be able to access this boss. Now, once you load into this location, the actual farming spot is a little bit away. However, there is a save point or a respawn point that is much closer to the farming spot, so you're not going to need to make this hike all the way. Now, one thing I strongly recommend anytime you're going to attempt to farm a boss over and over again is try to have your inventory as low as possible. It just means you're not going to have to save and go back to Brighthoof as often, or it just means you're not going to have to do it at all. You can just really focus on the farming and all that good stuff. Now, as I mentioned a moment ago, it is a little bit of a hike to get from where we are right now on the map to where you're going to see me go. I always put a custom waypoint. That way I know exactly the direction I need to be heading, and it's really up to you whether you want to engage with the other enemies or not. It's your call. I try to make a beeline for that spot and then start the farming at that time. Now at this location, when you encounter the boss, there are other enemies around. So once you take the boss out, it's up to you whether you want to deal with the enemies. Now one of the best things about this game is that you can be in the middle of combat and you can fast travel back to Brighthoof. You can change your chaos mode, which is chaos mode, your chaos level, which is going to obviously reset everything that's going on. And so make sure you pick up anything you want to keep before you do that, because once you do either of those things, it's going to put you back to the respawn location. With all that being said, my friends, I'm going to start to wrap this video up. However, as always, I want to take a moment and thank you all for your incredible support of this channel, and remind you, if you have any questions, comments, or feedback, please let me know in the section down below and I'll get back to you as quick as I can. At this point, I'm going to let the rest of the video play out. However, like I mentioned at the beginning of this thing, if you happen to be new here, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button. We would love for you to be a part of our gaming family. If you enjoyed this, do me a favor, hit that like button as well, but most importantly, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks again, everyone.
Come along now, my little ember.